but the silence was loud. Edsel Sandoval, would you like to make a comment? Are these allegations true? Court documents reveal the alleged abuse happened from April 2022 to March last year. Yuma police confirming the 3 victims were previous patients and new victims are stepping forward.
Now, with each victim that comes forward, that number will climb as far as sending these charges to the county attorney to be added on.
Sandoval was arrested in February at Sunset Health, a medical clinic in Yuma, where he's worked for the past 5 months. Before that, he worked at the Yuma Regional Medical Center. We found a social media post from a year ago where he was recognized as a healthcare hero. We reached out to both clinics for comment and didn't hear back. As Yuma police continue their investigation, they're encouraging any other potential abuse survivors to please come forward.
If he did anything he should not have done, please feel free to call us. So be that strong person because, justice needs to be done.
We checked the state medical board and found his license is still active. He's out on bond, awaiting trial, expected back in court March 26th. In Yuma, Alexandra Rangel, Arizona's Family.